I guess I gotta start over for y'all that just got here. Okay. So I appreciate y'all liking the live. Look, y'all keep liking it up, man. We have 500 likes right now. Anyway, I don't care. I'm fat. Okay. So look. So it's freshman year, and this girl, she makes this TikTok, and she's in it dancing in the TikTok or whatever, and she's like da 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 singing, and she goes nigga. But obviously there's no audio from what she see, but we hear her mouth says nigga. So we're like, dang, like this white girl just said the N word. I ain't gonna say her name, but we're like, this white girl just said the N word. And so everybody like, oh my god, she's cooked. So as these white girls do, she's, oh my god, everyone's bullying me. Everyone's bullying me. And I'm like, wow. Well, I didn't do that yet. I didn't know. This is what's going on at school. She's like, everyone's bullying me. Everyone's bullying me. She goes, I didn't even say nigga. I said Nutella. I was like, oh, everybody like, she said Nutella. Why not? The N-word come up, my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cover your mouth up when you say the N-word. So we trying to figure out why she says, oh, I said Nutella instead, right? So boom, a couple of days go by. This, like, I'm telling you, this is a big thing. Like, I'm too low. Everybody is like, oh my god, this girl said nigga. Like, we freshmen, yo. There's not really nothing going on. COVID just passed, so we trying to figure out, like, why she just said that. So after that or whatever, I say something like, yo, she said Nutella. We start calling her Nutella girl. So we started calling her Nutella because she said, I didn't say nigga, I said Nutella. So we call her Nutella girl. So the whole freshman class is like, Nutella girl, Nutella, call her Nutella. So she ends up going and snitching to like the assistant principal or something, right? And so we like, what? Why are you snitching? So freshman year, I get pulled up into the hallway. And he's like, hey man, assistant principal, like, hey man, I've heard that some things have been going around and people have been getting name called and things like that, but let's just keep that low. Like let's like basically like nip it in the bud, basically, right? And so I'm like, sure. But anybody know if you snitch, it's gonna make it 10 times worse. So it's like, why are you snitching for us saying that you said it? Mind you, you said the N-word. So why are you, hey, welcome to the live. Why are you snitching? Because we basically just reiterated what you said. You said Nutella, so now we calling you Nutella. But that's name calling apparently. So I'm trying to figure out how I'll get in trouble and shit like that. So fast forward, the freshman year that junk died down, right? Fast forward junior year. So the junior year come around and we a good school, like we a really smart school. So we do this thing. It's like so we get ranked second best school in the nation. No, we get ranked second best school in the state. And we live in Georgia, so that's a really good thing to do. The second best school in the state. So we get like a field day. We get certain field days and stuff like that when we do good and we get ranked high. So today it kind of rained, so all our stuff had to be inside. So some of the games we play on these days is like cornhole. We get like a little a break in the gym where you get to dance, listen to music, take like funny pictures with like a photo booth, stuff like that. Another game we got to play was we got to play this game. It was called Guess the Song, right? And so the way you play is you go on Safari, and you enter the name of the song, and you also enter the name of the song, and then you enter the artist. So everybody doing it or whatever, and we found out that you could put pictures into the freaking Guess the Song, your guess or whatever. So people start posting some crazy stuff. Mind you, like it's like the whole entire class of 2025 is in the auditorium on this big old screen, and everybody just see all this funny stuff. We got naked people, you got people putting curse words, just funny stuff that 16, 17-year-olds are gonna find funny. So for one of my guesses, right? At first I was playing the game because like you win if you play the game. So for one of my guesses on the big screen, I said the song name was Nutella. And I put the song name was Nutella. And the artist was the girl name. Which it's like a big old inside joke. So the whole entire class 25 knew what it meant. They ended the game right there. After that, like, because it's like if the thing floods, so it's like song. But I put her name and I put Nutella. Everybody started uproar, like dying laughing. I'm like, I feel like the man. I just like imagine you make a whole 300 people laugh in the auditorium. You gonna feel like that nigga. I'm sorry, you gonna feel like that Nutella. So that's what I did. I felt like that nigga. So we basically we move on. We move on to the next game or whatever, or to the next day. And so, not the next day, the next game, the next event or whatever. So I'm in the gym, and we taking these funny pictures in the photo booth, me and some of my friends or whatever. And one of the admin tapped my shoulder and was like, "Can you come with me real quick?" So I'm like, "Dang!" Like my mind, I'm not really thinking nothing about this. Like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm just like, but they always so somebody. They probably need some help. They probably need somebody to help move something. They just see me. So I go and they bring me to the office. They're like, "Oh, can you go get your book back from your class?" I said, "Okay." So I go get my book back or whatever, and they talking about some. So you know how you guys were playing the game in the auditorium where it's guess the song? They said, "Can you tell us what you put on the songs?" I said, "I didn't put nothing. I wasn't participating in the game." They said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "I didn't put anything on the screen." I said, "I just didn't feel like playing the game. I was on my phone, you know." So they go, "Can we see your phone? Can you pull out the game?" And I was like, "Oh, sure." So I pulled it up like a dumbass, and it was just in there. And so I'm like, "Dang!" But I didn't see that I put it because it's like every round it clears off. So when it's a new round, the whole thing clears or whatever, right? So I didn't they didn't know that I put that in there. They just see everything. They're like, "Did you put this?" I'm like, no, that's something else. They're like, it shows everybody guesses. So they like, "Did you say anything?" They like, I think they got bored of me trying to just like lie, basically. They was like, "Did you say Nutella with this girl's name after it?" I was like, I think I probably laughed or almost laughed. I was like, "No." And they was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "We can call the company and get everything that you wrote on that thing." And I was like, "You know what?" I said it. Cause in my mind, like, okay, I said it, but like, what they really gonna do? Like, I said a word. I didn't say nigga or not like that. So like, I feel like, okay, boom. They said, "Oh, that's bullying." I said, "What?" I said how that's bullying, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm bullying now. I'm like, okay, cool. So they said that I'm bullying, and they're like, "We're gonna have to remove you from the school." They said, "Can you call your parents? We have to remove you from the school." I'm like, if I call my mom on this cold October afternoon, she know that today is supposed to be an easy day. This is like a chill day. This is a free day. No class this day. I'm like, yo, no. I'm like, I can't do it. So they made me pull out my phone. What's up, Jay? What's up, JC? Off to the live, bro. We're doing story time on how I almost got kicked out of school. One of the times. So I'm like, okay, I'm scared, honestly. I'm like, all right, let me call my mom. So I call my mom or whatever, and I'm like, "Mom, I got in trouble for playing the game." I'm trying to make it seem like I really did too much. Right, you know how you call your mom, you be like, they here messing with me, mom. Like, what is it? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you be like, "Mom, like, these folks in this office, like, tell my son I'm in trouble or something. Like, what are they talking about? Like, I'm confused, mom." So that's how I was. So I'm like, "Yeah, they keep me out for saying Nutella," and she's all confused, like, "What? What?" So she come up there, her and my dad come up there, and I'm scared, yo. They really like, "We gotta remove you," and so I'm like, I can't get removed. So my mom come up there, she's like, "Okay, what's going on?" So they tell her the story, like, okay, he's basically bullying this little girl, and she's really like, basically she in her feelings, and she feels like she just won't stop because this is a joke from freshman year. So they made me write an incident report. In that incident report, I wrote, I said the word Nutella on the big screen, and I got called to the office. Cause that's basically what happened. I tried to make it seem as minute as possible. So, so my mom in the office, right? I don't know if she's gonna let me say this. My Mom, if you're in the chat, let me know if it's okay to say what you said in the office. Please. I'm gonna say it all. Come on, say something, Mom. I'm gonna do it. Oh, she said, go ahead, y'all. She said, go ahead. Alright, so we in the office. So we in the office, right? And my mom's defending me, look like a mom would do. So she's like, y'all kicking my son out for making a joke. Basically like, okay, I understand that's bullying. But he didn't say nigga. He didn't say, oh, you're a nigger lover. He didn't say nigger. He didn't say nigga. He said Nutella. If anything, the girl said nigga. Allegedly. I'm like, yo. My mom just said nigger. Hard R. In front of the principal, the assistant principal, the dean, and the other assistant principal. I'm like, yo. I'm like, no way. Like, I'm like, no way. And I was in like, I was sitting there like this, y'all. This how I was. I was sitting there, I was like, nigger? It's not like my sister. This is my mama. She was like, it's not like he said nigger or nigga or nigger lover. He said Nutella. I'm like this. And she just kept going, saying nigger. She just kept saying nigger, bro. I'm like, hard. I was like, yo. So we end up, bro. I tell y'all, bro, this shit was the funniest shit ever. Nigger lover. And so, she asked me to lead the office or whatever. And this when she really get into that work. Like, this when she get into that bag. She was like, can you lead the office for a second so I can talk? So I lead the office or whatever. And, what's up, Joel? Welcome to the live, boy. So I lead the office and they in there talking or whatever. And I'm like, yo, it's over. I'm like, there's no way it's over, bro. There's no way they keep me out for this. Like, I'm like, she just sat there and said the hard R like 4 or 5 times in there. So they come out and they're like, oh yeah, you kicked out. I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, they didn't say it so blunt, but basically they were like, you done. You're done, son. And so I'm basically walking around the building saying my goodbyes to my favorite teachers and stuff. And we get down to like talk to the librarian, and they're like, so what school you finna go to next? I'm like, the neighborhood school? Couldn't do that. I just like, in my blood, like, I've never, like, that's just not who I am. I deserve to be in them real good schools, you feel me? So it's like, bro, I was scared, bro. So my mama like, I'm not going for that. She asked me, I feel bad, look, keep thinking about this, like, okay. So this is October, by the way, y'all. So my mama asked me, she's like, do you want to go to this school? I'm like, yeah, I do want to be here. She's like, are you going to do right? I'm like, yeah. And I'm smiling there, and then my mom in the chat probably like, this nigga, fuck this nigga, bro. So, she go up back to the office, she's like, just ask him, like, please, like, he won't do nothing else. So they tell me to write a freaking 15-page apology letter to this girl. 15. They told me to write a 15-page apology letter. Not they. My mom offered this up. She was like, he'll do anything to stay in school. He'll write a 15-page apology letter. He'll publicly apologize. He'll get on his knees and say, I'm so sorry, white woman. I'm like, 15 pages? So, I get back from school, and it's the week. Of course it's the weekend. No. She basically said that. Like, I have the 15-page essay somewhere on my computer. So, I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, I get to write the essay, the apology letter, and I'm ChatGPTing it. I'm like, what could you possibly be saying for 15 pages about basically I'm sorry, especially when you know you don't really care and you know you're not really that sorry. So it's like, I'm sorry because I want to stay in school for real. So it's like, I'm not really sorry. You feel me? So I get to write a letter, and my mama come and double check it, and she's like, yeah, this is some BS. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think I was like in 16. I was like, women have been getting bullied all for the beginning of time, from the Salem witch trials and da 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 and whoop de whoop de whoop. And I'm like, I don't care, Miss Lady. I could care less if you cried because you said nigga and I said Nutella. So they ended up letting me stay in school. And, you know, I never get a girl a letter. I never finished it. I ended up just going back to school. You feel me? So I went back to school and I basically walked in there like 50 Cent. Wish death upon me. Blood on my heart and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. But nigga wanna take my life away. So I'm just like, I really just wanted to do like that. And they really couldn't send that to me. Like they tried. They ended up kicking me out. But like you kicked me out for nothing, basically. That's a story for a different time.